Okay, hi everyone. You may have seen that there's a workshop coming up at Corrective Culture. It's actually next weekend, and the topic is consciousness of self-worth. I'm sitting here today with Ishtar, one of the facilitators of the workshop that's coming up. We're actually at Ishtar's property with the beautiful trees in the background. So a little bit about Ishtar. She is a healer, a teacher, a mentor, a guide, and a channel. So I'm actually in one of Ishtar's self-mastery courses at the moment, and it has been life-changing. I've been doing it for the last 12 months and it's pretty amazing. You may have heard Ishtar on the Corrective Culture podcast or on the Living 4D podcast with Paul Check. But I guess what we would really like to know is, can you tell us a bit about what the workshop's going to be about and what called you to take this workshop?
Well, Tanel, I do everything that I do is through guidance. And as you know, I've been working with the Ascended Masters Ascent channel for 23 years now. So, and teaching all around the world. So I teach all around the world, and I have several courses that I've channeled through using the wisdom of the Masters. And so I was very guided to do this workshop, and I understand why, because my experience with students from all around the world, Russian, French, Swiss, American, English, the whole world, South America, India, has been that so many of us suffer from this lack of self-worth, lack of ability to trust ourselves, to honour ourselves, to accept who we are completely, you know. So it's actually about a consciousness that we need to hold to come to that place. And it takes time, because I've done the journey. I know what it's like to have that feeling of not having a sense of not being right within yourself, not in balance. And it's not very nice, is it?
No. No, and I think a lot of people can relate, like having been there and having some self-doubt at moments over their ability to do things.
And it's like having a little empty pit in your stomach at times, you know. And it may not affect you all the time, but sometimes it's just there, and it's hard. It makes you procrastinate, unable to make decisions, constantly living through the opinions of others because you don't trust your own, you know, and you never feel at home, you know. And I hear this so often, I just want to go home, believing that home is somewhere else. But home is here. You know, this is home. And we have to learn to feel safe in that home. And to really come to that place where we have that oneness with ourselves. And this is what this workshop's all about. It's only a 4-hour workshop.
Yep.
It's just a beginning, it's an introduction. We'll be giving at least 4 really good tools to work with. And we'll be talking about the consciousness of self-worth, not the action of self-worth, which is a bit different, but the consciousness. How do we come into that consciousness within ourselves? And that's the most important thing. It's not about what you do, because you can do all sorts of things. But if the consciousness within you is not holding that sense of being home and at peace, that doesn't matter what you do. It's never going to be right.
And we can get stuck in the doing and trying to intellectualize instead of just being and coming home to ourselves.
And that happens. And you know, we all do it. But if we can just have a few, you know, little tools that we choose to practice, and it just starts to shift our consciousness into another place. And then it becomes easy.
Yeah, that sounds pretty wonderful.
So it's just bringing yourself home to that place and knowing how to do it. So that's really what we're introducing. And Jo, who's going to be working with me, has been one of my teachers, and you've worked with her as well, one of your teachers, for quite a long time. She's been teaching my work for a long time. And she's a wonderful teacher, and she's had so many experiences with students. And I know she's also done this journey of self-worth, just as I have. So we're coming from a place of understanding the journey because we've been there, you know, and knowing how to get from where we were to where we are.
Wonderful. So if anyone is interested in coming along, it's on Saturday the 14th. And it will be 12:30 till 4:30.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah. And you can turn up on the day if you decide, you know, maybe there's something stopping you and you get up on Saturday and you feel like coming along. You can definitely come and pay on the day. Otherwise, we'll pop a little link somewhere for you to access and book in if you feel like coming along.